I'm sharing some ideas for folks to grow some food from wherever you are, right? So everybody can grow something. So these are some ideas that folks can use for using things that are right around you that are readily available. And what I'm working with right now, sunflower seeds, of course, these are raw. They're not toasted, right? Because you toast them, you'll kill the enzymes in them and then they won't sprout. These are actually some of the tastiest of the sprouts. Not everybody likes alfalfa sprouts. And they're very juicy. They're super duper high in protein, right? And these are like a real meaty kind of sprout. And sunflower seeds, raw sunflower seeds, you can get these very inexpensively. So these trays are very inexpensive. You can find these at a discount store. That's why I chose them, just to encourage people to grow greens, particularly like if you're in a chilly climate. So these, you can get these really inexpensive, right? So, and then also here's another container that you can get really inexpensive, right? So this was another sunflower green, right? And I'm gonna put a weight on top of it. So you see I put the soil, right? And this one is a little bit deeper, right? Let's see if you can see it from the side. This is a little bit deeper so that I can get some drainage there and the water can collect and it will stay moist down in the bottom. So I did soak these first, and I put the soil, and then you want to spread the sunflower seeds and then spread them out, right? And then it's two options you can do. You can just leave them like this. Sunflower sprouts can do pretty good without putting another layer of soil. But I always like to experiment to see what's going to give me the best yield, right? So this, I'm going to put another tray of the same exact tray, and I'm going to put some weights on top of it. And then the sprouts underneath will get really strong and resilient, and they'll push the top, the lid up, after some days. And then eventually I'll take it off. And once I take it off, it'll get more chlorophyll in it from the light. But initially I want to keep it nice and dark. And so this one, this is my little makeshift lab. So this is buckwheat. So I don't know if you can see, it has a brown hull on it, right? And so usually folks will see this in the health food store without the hull, kind of like beige and brown. And some people in some cultures toast it and call it kasha, but we want it raw here, or living, right? I don't like to use so many labels, but actually want it living with the enzymes still intact, because if it's cooked, it's not going to sprout, right? So then all the enzymes will be cooked out of it. So the seed, I just spread them already. I did soak them already so that they start the sprouting process and start to germinate. And then I just covered it with a really light layer of soil. And then this, I'm going to put another tray on top, right? So the soil is not deep at all that I'm putting on top of it. So I'm going to put this, and I'm going to put another weight. This is not heavy enough, so I want it even heavier. Most likely, I don't have a brick handy, but most likely I'll put some water or something else. So I want to weigh, I don't know if you can see, I want to weigh down on it, right? So that's those two. And then this one, those sunflower seeds did not have dirt on them. I think I'm going to put a little bit of soil. So I got some backup soil right over here. So I got a lot of stuff. Yes, this is my manicure. I'm cool with it. I like it. So I got some other soil, and note I will recycle any handy container, because you're going to sometimes Walmart and you're paying so much for this stuff. So I'm gonna put a light coating of soil over the sunflower seeds, and you don't lose anything because you can always compost this stuff. I'm gonna put a light layer of soil on top. So I have my indoor lab and the food prep area, and this is my little outdoor lab. So I don't want it too, I just want like a light covering of soil. Okay, then I'm gonna add some more water. Okay. These are the next things that I'm gonna sprout, but these need to be soaked first. This is spelt berries, so it'll give me like it's like a primitive form of wheat. It's not so tampered with in GMOs. So I'm gonna use that for like a quote unquote wheatgrass. And then the cilantro that I harvested before, I pulled a lot of the seeds off and I let them dry and go to seed. So you see the leaf has changed. Some people call this coriander, but it's coming off of the same plant. So it's a beautiful spice, right? You can grind and use the spice, but I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna replant this for cilantro because we love cilantro. And then these are some of the other seeds that I have from peppers that are just, I just let them dry. So I'm gonna use some of these to plant some more peppers. And I have different, very inexpensive pots. So this is a great recyclable container. This I had the sunflower seeds, recycled jar. And then I've got old cans and stuff like this. Old garbage can I'll use. So, and then over here I have a project. I have a bunch of pineapple tops that I'm sprouting. And this is a oregano. This started out so, this started out like a tiny bush. Now it's like a huge bush. But those are the projects that we're working on today. And then this is my latest system because I saved so many seeds. I don't want seeds all over the place with fruit flies. I'm wrapping them in some inexpensive brown paper towel so that it absorbs the moisture and that I can keep them, and I just mark them, right? Because they don't last forever, but all of these are going to go into the ground. And I have some other organic seeds that I'm going to be germinating and sprouting so that I could grow those. So those are the latest projects that are going on in the garden. All right, so if anyone is interested in growing anything, some kale, I'm gonna plant this too. Yeah, just drop a holler. It's fun. It really gives you a whole nother kind of respect for the food that you're eating. Another kind of relationship, and it's a good idea to learn how to grow something. You know, even microgreens and lettuces, which are very, very nutritious, and you can grow them even if you are in an apartment. Okay.